come along for a full solo park day. I wanted to share a little bit of the reality of coming to Disney solo. I got to hang out with this cutie. I'm just gonna hop on the Skyliner and see where I end up. If you are nervous about solo dining, like, oh, is that gonna look weird? I'm back up in the room. It's almost 11 o'clock. Good morning, you guys. I'm at the beautiful Port Orleans French Quarter this morning. I grabbed some breakfast and we are off to Magic Kingdom. I have a full park day completely by myself today. No stroller, no preschooler. This is amazing already. Already watching people just speed walk to the buses and I'm like leisurely taking my time to get out the door. It's 9 a.m. I'm already loving this. Come along for a full solo park day. Made it to Magic Kingdom. I've got my shaken Jamaican and I'm sitting in front of the Plaza restaurant listening to just the sounds of Magic Kingdom, like things that I never get to do, to slow down and just be here and soak in the atmosphere and not go ride to ride and ride Winnie the Pooh and Dumbo and teacups and, you know, all the things that my 4-year-old wants to do. I get to do what I want to do, and what I want to do is just sit here and enjoy my shaken Jamaican and listen to the friendship fair that's happening at the castle right now. This is so wonderful. It is about 10:15. I've spent the past 40-50 minutes just enjoying being here. I was walking around for a bit, waited in a very long line to get this coffee, and been sitting here for a while now. I have about 30 minutes until my Tron Lightning Lane, so I think I'm just gonna hang out here and then just very slowly make my way over. I still have a few more minutes until my Lightning Lane, but I wanted to share a little bit of the reality of coming to Disney solo. As much as I love it and it's so fun being able to move at your own pace, pick the things that you want to do and not have to cater your day around anyone else, whether it's a friend, a spouse, your kids, you know, whatever it is. There is this piece of like, if I see something really funny, I am immediately wishing that my husband was here so I could be like, oh my gosh, look at that, like, isn't that hilarious? Or, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Or if there's like, I don't know, some really special princess that walks by or character. Like I was walking into Tomorrowland earlier to get my coffee and I saw Stitch walking through Tomorrowland just giving people hugs, and my immediate thought was, oh my gosh, Ellie would love this. She would get so excited right now if Stitch came up to her and gave her a hug, you know? So you're always thinking about those people in your life that would really love or appreciate whatever the moment is. But I think not having anyone to share those really special or really funny moments with is probably the hardest part. I would say for me, that's the hardest part of being here solo. But apart from that, I am loving this. Again, vlogging helps. So if you are coming solo, maybe get out your phone and record some videos, take lots of pictures, more than you usually would. And I think that helps you feel like you're not completely here alone and you're able to somewhat share the day with someone. It is officially time to go ride Tron now. Just got off Tron. That is such a fun ride. I still waited about 25 minutes in the Lightning Lane to ride this ride. I just can't imagine waiting any longer than that in the standby line just because it's such a short ride. It's so good and so fun, but it's really short. 25 minutes, I was like, all right, I'm kind of hitting my max here, but it was a blast. I'm leaving Magic Kingdom, and I am gonna go take a bus to Hollywood Studios. And fun fact, I've actually never taken a bus from one park to another. I always go back to our resort, you know, around lunchtime, after lunchtime, and then we'll go to another park if we're gonna hop somewhere else. But I've never gone straight from one park to another, with the exception of like walking, taking a boat from Hollywood to EPCOT, but bus-wise, I've never taken a bus from Magic Kingdom to anywhere. I forgot to add, today is a Halloween party day, and yet again, crowds were pretty low. I mean, even after park opening, 9:30, 10 a.m., there weren't that many people there. I mean, of course, that's relative, but even Tron, I mean, the standby wait was 45 minutes. On regular days, it's been up to 60, 70, 80 minutes. I don't know, this whole party day strategy, I'm telling you, it's the real deal. Made it to Hollywood Studios, and I am headed straight to get some lunch at ABC Commissary. I'm actually meeting up with a YouTube friend of mine. Her name's Brianna. I'm very excited to hang out with her. We've chatted some on social media, and it's always fun getting to meet up in person. So I'm gonna go grab lunch with her and her new husband, and I'm excited. So I placed a mobile order for ABC Commissary, and I'm gonna go grab my food. Lunch was delicious, and I got to hang out with this cutie.
Oh, that was like the best part of my whole day. I don't know how the day is gonna get any better now.
I know. Okay, and we gotta show Corey. The true star of the show here.
This is like a Disney Channel crossover.
I know. Okay, so if you are not watching Brianna's channel, I'll have it linked down below. Go check her out. I'm serious, your vlogs are so good.
Thank you. Oh, this was so fun.
I forgot to mention, ABC Commissary is one of the best quick service options here at Hollywood Studios. One, because it's in the AC. Two, there's a ton of seating, and their pork carnitas tacos are so good. Now, I think I'm gonna grab a little mocktail at Baseline. Again, another thing that I always skip over this area. I never stop and hang out here. And it just sounds nice to take in the atmosphere, do something for me. This is just so nice. This is the strawberry hibiscus soda. Really good, really sweet. I would say it's mostly strawberry, but very, very good. Very refreshing. If you're not into beer, but you still want to come hang out at Baseline, this is a really good option. I think I'm done in Hollywood Studios. I know, I didn't even really do anything other than grab lunch and grab that strawberry soda from Baseline. I thought about hopping in the single rider line for Rock and Roller Coaster, but the more I thought about it, that ride is so jerky, and I just don't want to risk getting off the ride feeling nauseous. So I think I'm gonna pass. I was hoping to do at least one ride or show or something in all three parks today that I'm going to, but I just think I'm gonna skip it today. Here's my plan now, because it's only about 2:30. So it's way earlier than I was anticipating leaving Hollywood Studios. So I think what I'm gonna do is hop on the Skyliner and see where I feel like getting off.
I may want to get off at Caribbean Beach. I might get off at Riviera, or I might feel like just going straight on to EPCOT. I'm just gonna hop on the Skyliner and see where I end up. I ended up in EPCOT. This is just my favorite park, so it really made sense to spend the majority of the day here. Right now, I am headed straight to Voices of Liberty. One, because it's just a really difficult thing to sit through with a 4-year-old. She's like, what is this, Mom? Can we go? I don't even really attempt to take her to Voices of Liberty. I think we've done it one time, and she was like, can we get out of here? The other thing I was gonna mention, which I think I've talked about this in a vlog a really long time ago, but the reason Voices of Liberty has such a soft spot in my heart is because I had family who used to sing in Voices of Liberty. So growing up, I would come visit my aunt and my uncle who would sing, and it was just, I don't know, part of the whole experience of coming to EPCOT and getting to see family perform. We were just a Disney family, and it was so part of our routine. I love seeing Voices of Liberty. It makes me emotional, it gives me all the feels, and I know that it's because of the sentimental aspect of it. So I'm gonna go see what the show times look like. I know they don't go late in the afternoon, so they should have at least 1 or 2 more show times, fingers crossed. Perfect timing, one is starting right now. I just spent the past 45 minutes-ish just walking around the World Showcase. I got the carrot cake, which I've been wanting to try, and it was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's like the most incredible carrot cake you'll ever have, but it was good carrot cake, and the frosting, cream cheese frosting on top was warm and gooey, and it was really, really good. Now I'm headed over for my lightning lane for Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm so excited for this one. This is another one, just like Tron, that I never get to ride because I'm always here solo with my 4.5-year-old, and it's just never possible for me to ride that ride. So I'm gonna go ride Guardians, and I'm so excited. I'm also really hitting a wall. I'm like, I am barely hanging in there. I am just so tired and very hot. So I'm like, should I take a break and head back to French Quarter after I ride Guardians? I'm kind of leaning that way because I would love to stay out for some kind of show or fireworks or something tonight, but at this pace, I am not gonna make it past 7 o'clock. I think I'm leaning towards taking a break. I don't know, riding Guardians might totally like jolt me awake. So I don't know, but we'll see how I feel when I get off the ride, but I'm leaning towards heading back to French Quarter for a little bit. Hands down, the best ride at Walt Disney World. It is so good. I feel like my makeup is like smeared from my eyes because your eyes water the whole time. You get off looking like you're crying, at least I do. And you know, your hair is a disaster, but it's part of the experience. So fun. I've decided I'm gonna head back to French Quarter for a break. I would love to enjoy the night vibes at Disney, and I am just not hanging on. So I'm gonna go back for a little bit of a break, check back in later this evening. It's 7 o'clock. I'm feeling so much better. I got to chill in the room for about an hour and a half, a little less than an hour and a half, but I'm back at Hollywood Studios because the night vibes here are just, they're so good. This is the best park at nighttime, in my opinion. I also made a very last minute dinner reservation for Hollywood Brown Derby because if you're coming on a solo trip, I am a firm believer that you have to do one thing to treat yourself. Whether that's staying at your dream resort for a night or a signature dining or the spa or like something that is just for you, something that you normally wouldn't do. Hollywood Brown Derby is one of my favorites and I'm really looking forward to it. Another thing I was gonna mention, if you are nervous about solo dining, like, oh, is that gonna look weird if I'm sitting at a restaurant at a table by myself? No, absolutely not. No one is looking at you, and I think that was one thing I had to get over on my first solo trip, was you have in your mind that everyone is like staring at you when that is just not the case. Like, people just don't care. No one is paying attention. I think that's where the confidence comes from, to sit and enjoy a solo meal at a restaurant, because I know no one's looking at me and no one cares. So I'm gonna enjoy the meal. But I'm very, very excited for Brown Derby. Already, just walking into the park, there's just something about being here in the evening. Like, it is just so dreamy here. It's not even dark yet, but see what I mean? Like, there is just something about coming to Hollywood Studios in the evening hours, and then when it gets dark, it is so dreamy here. I just want to sit on a bench and take it in. Like, this is it. This is what I came for. Quick tip, did you know that the Brown Derby actually has an outdoor lounge that is first come, first served? So all of these outdoor tables, you don't have to have a reservation for, and you can walk right up. Dinner was so yummy. The salmon there tonight, that's new. That has not always been on the menu, and it was delicious. My sweet waiter, he was so precious. He ended up giving me one of the like sample size, I mean, it was like a pretty generous sample size of the grapefruit cake at the end, because I just sat there and lingered, and you know, the restaurant's kind of clearing out, and so I was one of the last few tables in there. It's a little after 8, and he was like, do you want to try some of the grapefruit cake? I was like, I will never turn down the grapefruit cake. So I ended up eating like half of this little sample size that he gave me because it was so yummy. But I'm gonna go sit and enjoy the atmosphere of Hollywood Studios. This is like the stuff, again, the stuff that I never get to do. Just sit on a bench. If I did this with Ellie, she'd be like, what are we doing, Mom? Like, what's going on? Again, I get to do what I want to do, and I don't have to inconvenience anyone, and no one's waiting on me. I can just go find a nice little seat and enjoy. It's about 8:40. I was convinced that I was gonna stay for Fantasmic tonight because that's one that is normally too scary for Ellie, and we always skip it. And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do Fantasmic tonight. I rarely get to see that show, and it's 8:40, and I'm like walking that direction, and I just don't feel like being in long lines with a lot of crowds, like being stuffed in with a lot of people. I'm just not feeling that right now. And all I can think about is those cookies and cream beignets back at French Quarter. Well, joke's on me because Fantasmic was actually at 8 o'clock tonight and a second showing at 9:30. So either way, I somehow missed it anyway. I don't know. I just assumed Fantasmic is always at 9 o'clock. Like, I don't know, but apparently it's not. So don't make my mistake. If you are coming for Fantasmic and you're banking on seeing a show, always double check the show times. So it kind of worked out that I'm headed back anyway, but it was kind of cool seeing Fantasmic from that point of view. And you could actually see Mickey from the exit of Hollywood Studios. So that was kind of cool. I don't know, I've never seen a showtime at like a 9:30 showtime, and I double checked and the park still closes at 9. So I don't know, I've never seen that before where the showtime is 30 minutes after park close. That's kind of interesting. Perfect example of why you should always double check those showtimes. I'm back at French Quarter. I am so tired. I know I came back like around dinner-ish time, like 5 o'clock, to hang in the room a bit, but it just wasn't long enough, I gotta be honest. I normally come back middle of the day, and Ellie and I were in the room for 3 hours minimum, and today was hot, humid. I mean, I'm tired, I'm feeling it. I had to stop and get the goulash beignets. It's cookies and cream with a marshmallow drizzle. And I've already had one, but look how cute they are. And they're so, so yummy, so sweet. Honestly, if I had to pick between these and like the OG powdered sugar version, I'd probably just go with the original. I just feel like the classic, like, I don't know, you can't go wrong with the classic. And you have the dipping sauces and the whole thing. I'm glad I tried it. I'm glad I've tried both. I feel like I have the full French Quarter experience now. I'm back up in the room. It's almost 11 o'clock. I was not anticipating being out that late. I ended up sitting in the little lobby area with Brianna and Corey again. We ended up talking for, gosh, was it like another hour and a half? And even after lunch today, I feel like we had so much to talk about. And then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I've got to get to bed. My transportation comes to pick me up at 8:30 tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try and be down back at the lobby at 8 so I can grab some coffee and breakfast and just kind of be there and be ready to go. But I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you are subscribed if you are not already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.